Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain back again here on Captain Clyde's MTG, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 cards from Brothers War that will have an impact in Modern. And you may say to yourself, why is it you did Standard as top 10 and Modern's only 5? Because I'm not gonna lie, I really struggled with finding cards that would fit into the current Modern formats that would even change anything. just they just don't make powerhouse cards like they used to. Every now and then they do have something come out and what have you, and stuff slips through the cracks. But at first glance, I only came up with 5. Now, as always, if you don't think I'm right, feel free to comment down below, and we can have that conversation behind the keyboards. Keyboard warriors. Anyway, don't forget trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so sub up. I would appreciate it. So, without further ado here, let's take a look at the top 5 cards that I think are going to have an impact on Modern. So, we'll start off here with number 5. We have Overwhelming Remorse. So, it is a common. Now, it does say a black and 4, but it exiles a creature or planeswalker. I think the key to this here is right there where it says this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature spell in your graveyard. If you're running a black deck or black mana, which is basically any kind of deck, honestly, in Modern because you have fetch lands. But anyway, point being, if you're running a creature-centric deck and your opponent kills a couple creatures and puts, let's say, 3 of them into your graveyard, just 3, all of a sudden you have a 2 mana exile creature or planeswalker. And if they kill 4 of your creatures, which is highly likely, you have a 1 mana exile creature or planeswalker with no drawback. Not like Path to Exile, they get a land or what, and obviously Path to Exile can't target planeswalkers, but this can. So if you're looking to play a creature centric deck and this is the kind of jam you're going for, this very well may make an impact in Modern because I think this could be a powerhouse in more creature centric builds. Um, and it's an instant. I mean, it's got all the makings of a great card, much like um, um, the Angler back in the day with Delve. That was a 5/5 that was coming out for like 1 black. Like this could be the exact same thing, except you don't have to delve with this, so you can actually use it over and over as long as the cards are in your graveyard. Now there's ways around that, I know, but still, this may make an impact depending on how the format's shaped and whether or not we have a lot of graveyard hate, and if there's a creature deck that can actually use this. All right, moving on. Next we have number 4. That's right, Lauren of the Third Path is back again for number 4 because who doesn't want another Reclamation Sage that's white? It's a 2/1. It has Vigi. Um, Also, you can't Fatal Push this without sacrificing a fetch land. Not all that hard, but still does take effort. Um, yes, you don't want your opponent drawing cards, but maybe you do. The ability to have a way to discard or to disenchant something is always nice attached to some legs, so you have a little something extra that comes along with it. Even if it's just in a sideboard, I think this card is going to see a little bit of play for those decks that don't splash green, because this can actually do that whole Reclamation Sage dance for them that they may be looking for. All right, so next, coming in at number 3, we have Gix, the Yawgmoth Praetor. So it is 2 black and 1 for only a 3/3. Again, can't be Fatal Pushed, can be bolted, much like the other card was also on this. So it's not completely overpowering, but the off chance that you get to play this, punch somebody in the face with a creature you have, doesn't have to be this one. It could be one that's already on the field. It could be a token. And for you to pay a life and draw a card is insanely powerful, especially in Modern. Will you ever do the 7 mana thing? Probably not. It's just not going to happen. But who knows? There may be some kind of weird shenanigans that happen that make that possible, on, like through a combo deck or whatever. But I really think the thing here is it takes a little extra effort to Fatal Push it. Um, Also, the ability to deal damage to someone, pay a life, and draw a card could also be very powerful in the right kind of format. And currently, the way the format's shaped, this might be primed to come in and have a quick bit of glory before people start reshaping the format and get to the point where everybody starts playing bolts again or removal spells or whatever type that takes care of things like this. So with that said, I think that's why this is going to be number 3 until we see a format change. Next, coming in at number 2, Diabolical Intent. So this is just been reprinted into Brothers War. Originally not legal in Modern. So black and 1 sorcery that lets you sacrifice a creature and then search a card from your deck into your hand. It's basically a 2-mana tutor. It is cheap enough. You can stack a creature to it. It could even be a token. It could help with all those combo decks or just looking for that one great card. This card is a reprint from Planeshift. It was only legal in Commander, Legacy, and Vintage. Now with this reprinting into Modern, or I'm sorry, into Standard, much like Liliana, well, it didn't really change the Modern thing, but it did change the Pioneer and thing. And it may affect that as well, because now you have a very easy card to use to go get those combo pieces before someone can actually stop you from comboing off on your deck. So I think this will be explored a lot. We'll probably find a good home, and until people figure out a way around it, this might also have an impact on the Modern format with the ability to go get anything you need and put it straight in your hand for almost no cost. Now, with that said, drum roll please. The number 1 card I think will affect Modern in a big way and is a powerhouse in the Standard format but probably won't see enough love for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Third Path Iconoclast. Red, blue for a 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Now I want you to think real hard. Where have you heard something like that before? So there's a card. It was a red and a colorless. It's a 2/1. You cast an instant or sorcery. You get a 1/1 elemental. Oh yeah, right. Young Peasy. A card that is a powerhouse and a known powerhouse in Modern for what it does. This, for only 1 more colored mana, which, yes, it's blue, could easily pair with Young Pyromancer to make a 4 Pyromancer deck. Yes, these are just soldier tokens, they're not elementals, but let's be honest, the elemental tokens didn't do all that great either, other than the fact that they were cheap, you got them for free. I think having this along with Young Peasy in the Modern format is going to reshape how Modern is played. Because it's one thing to have 4 Pyromancers in your deck. It's another to have 8. Because things like Diabolical Intent or anything else you use to sacrifice a creature to get something done becomes very easy to do. And as you guys know, the Young Peasy decks love sacrificing tokens to do these random effects to get the most bang for their bucks out of their spells by doing things like what is the one that it's a black spell that you sacrifice a creature to cast it from your graveyard, and it basically replaces itself because it's an instant or sorcery, so it replaces the 1/1. You get to discard something from somebody's hand. I forget off the top of my head. I was just so excited when I built this, when I seen this card, and thought about all the stuff that happens in those Young Pyromancer decks. Not to mention the Seasoned Pyromancer that's 3 mana that makes tokens. Like, you literally can make a Pyromancer deck. I know it says Human Monk. He's a Pyromancer. He just doesn't know it yet. And I think this is going to be a big impact on Modern, because this is going to give you the ability to really go wide on people and have that massive, tons of token effect for little to no cost while using the best, most powerful instant and sorceries that are cheap known in the Magic formats. Also, this could be a very serious contender for Legacy as well. Think about it like this. Let's say you play a Young Peasy deck with Iconoclast, and so you're already playing blue, you're dedicated to blue-red. Why not play the best blue creature? Like Delver of Secrets. Now you've got Right there is 12 creatures. If you put the Pyromancers in there, that's 16. That's almost enough for the whole deck, and then you just load it full of instants and sorceries and all that good stuff. Like, there's a deck here that this has made possible that I don't think was in Modern before that may, just may, be able to shake up the format. So with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Comments down below is going to feed that YouTube algorithm. I do appreciate everybody who's subbed up already. Please subscribe, try and get to 1,000 peeps. If you've done that already, thank you. If you want to do a little more, check out links in the description to the eBay store, Patreon page, my email, and look, keep on a watch out. We're trying to try to get my Whatnot apps up and going by the end of the week, because apparently I got to do onboarding and I'm not very good at planning. So I'm like that. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Till next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.